Top of the world to you, everyone. So today I am going to talk about the major and minor scales and the last note that was either sharp or flat in a scale going up or down the scale, right? So just for poops and giggles, I decided to do the major scale going up the scale, right? And the minor scale, I went down the minor scale, right? So as you notice here, this last note, these last notes are the same, right? Now these last notes are either the last note that was unflatted from the previous scale with one more flat or one less sharp in them, or else it's the note that is sharped from the last scale with one more flat in it or one less sharp in it, right? As you notice here. And then also, right? And then I did like the rest of the minor scales so you can see the same thing, right? So the last note in the scales is the last note sharped or unflatted from the major and minor scale with either one less sharp in it or an F flat in its key signature, right? All right, so there's that. Now, let's take a look at the middle note here, right? So as you can see here, this note, the middle note in the C major, F, is sharped here, right? So there's that. The middle note in the G major, C, is sharped here, right? So you'll notice like the middle note is sharped in the next scale with one more sharp in it. Or the middle note, like in the F major scale, so this is F, G, A, B flat, right? The middle note could also be unflatted in the next scale with one less flat in it or one more sharp in it, right? So E flat, notice how it's unflatted to E in the F major, from the B major scale to the F major scale. And then the middle note A flat, unflatted. And then, D flat is unflatted there, right? And then we got unflatted, G flat, C flat, unflatted, right? And then we have sharped, 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 and so forth, right? So you can see that pretty clearly. So what about the middle note in the minor scale, right? So basically the middle note in the sh minor scale is basically the name of that scale with that note that was sharped in the major scale, right? So if the F is sharped in the G major scale and the minor scale with the same key signature is E minor. So E minor, right? Boom. And then let's see here. B for B minor. F sharp. C sharp. G sharp. D sharp. A sharp. Right? Or else we have for the flat scales. So there's the G minor in the E flat major scale, right? D, and then A, right? And then for this one, the middle note would be C. So lo and behold, that is the name of the minor scale with one less flat in it or one more sharp in it, right? Or the name of the minor scale that has the same key signature where the D flat was unflatted, right? So there you go. And then again, F, B flat, E flat, right? So there you have it. Boom, 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 and so forth. So basically, the middle note in a major scale is the next note to be sharped or unflatted in scale with one less flat or one more sharp in its key signature. And the middle note in the minor scale is the name of the minor scale with the key signature of the note that was unflatted or sharped in the scale with one more sharp or one less flat in its key signature, right? So there you go. La-di-doo-di-da. So it's the name of the minor scale too, with one less flat or an added sharp in its key signature that has the note that was unflatted or sharped that was in the middle note of the major scale with the same key signature. So there you have it. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. And then just for more poops and giggles on top of that. So now I decided to go down the major scale and go up the minor scale, right? So as you can see here, now in this case, like I didn't write the eighth note, which would be the same note as the first note, right? So like C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? So it's just the same as the first note, right? So let's say like we just add that note, so it would be like second to last note in these cases, right? Instead of the last, if I were to add the eighth note. So let's pretend I added the eighth note. And then notice here, so instead of going up, I went down the major scale, and instead of going down, I went up the minor scale, right? And notice, so in this case, with the reverse, it was the second to last notes that matched. Now, this is where the second note matches, right? As you can see here. And I'm lazy, I didn't write out all the notes, but I did notice this pattern. So basically, the second note is the last note, sharped or unflatted from the two scales, the major and minor scale, that has one less sharp in it or one more flat in its key signature. So, like for instance, so this would be like going down the C major scale and then going up the A minor scale, right? So B, the note B, of course, was unflatted from the F major scale that has one more sharp in it, or and the D minor scale, right? And then this note right here would be the next note that would be flatted, right? Going up the scale with one more flat in it or one less sharp in it, right? So in this case, this note would be unsharped, right? So boom, right? And these notes would be unsharped in this scale. And this note would be unsharped in this scale, and this note in this scale, and so forth, right? And then this would have the B flat, and then in this one, this would have the E flat in it. The E would be flatted, the A would be flatted in this one, and so forth. So there you have it. Maybe I should have written down the rest of the letters to show you more easily, but that's the jinx of it, everyone. So that's your swanky-danky music lesson for the day. Have a dandy one.